First of all, thanks for having us at this rehearsal of, what do you...
Blackbird is the name of the play this summer here at the Biograph, the Victory Gardens Theater. It's nice, isn't it?
This is very exciting. This is my first time. I actually grew up coming to this movie theater, and I'll always remember that this was the first place where I ended up having to pay $5 to get in. That's when that big changeover happened. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, and it got expensive.
It was Rambo 4.
Rambo 4.
And now it's a hugely respected theater.
Well, it's also a city landmark because this is where John Dillinger was captured and shot. It's been here since movies started. You know?
That's amazing.
But now it's a legitimate theater. Now we do plays.
There's a lot of theater history in Chicago.
One of the reasons that Chicago has a vital theater scene and why so many of us have been able to go on to national and international careers is because of the audiences here in Chicago and how they came out and supported us. And even when we failed or did something that wasn't good or something that they didn't like, they'd come back the next time and give us a second chance and a third chance.
And when you're back in Chicago, what are some other things that you like to do?
The Cubs.
There you go.
The Blackhawks, the Bears, the Bulls. I mean, it's the greatest sports city in the world. It really is. I mean, and if you consider, for instance, the Chicago Cubs, how long they've been without a world championship, 101 years, you know, and yet it's sold out every day.
I think you're making a really interesting connection between both the theater community and the sports fans and the Midwest sort of mentality in general, being so supportive for entertainment in general.
Yeah.
And I think the International Olympic Committee is especially looking for a city to choose a home for the Olympics where those that live there will embrace all athletes.
I mean, the city has grown so beautifully over the last 25 years that, I mean, it's a gorgeous place to come and it's a gorgeous place to be in the summertime. It's why we're here doing a play this summer.
Excellent. What do you think we could gain as Chicagoans by inviting all these people into our home?
You know, to have that cross-section of humanity be a part of your life as a citizen of Chicago. It's an exposure that would be so great for the city of Chicago, the people of Chicago.
When the Olympics come to Chicago, what do you think you're going to want to see the most?
Well, what wouldn't I? I like the boats. I like the water races.
Rarely does the Olympics have the ability to have all the games so close together because of the water.
Yeah. You know, I've lived in Chicago my whole life, and to see how they had planned to use the city for the events was just great. It was like, gosh, I've been there. I know how to get there. I know the back way in. You know, I think it would be a perfect sort of venue physically for the event.
I would think you would almost have to come back and do a play during the summer just so you were located here.
I'll be back, but I'll be at the events. I'll be at the Olympics. I'm not going to be on stage while the Olympics are going on.
That's an interesting thought, though. If the entire world, X amount of visitors, 3.6 billion people are watching Chicago, what story would you tell the world if you had that one moment as a Chicagoan or a Chicago?
Well, I think you have to talk about humanity. I mean, and of course, theater is a part of the humanities, you know. And I would imagine that there would be a great deal of theater created for the international community, which would be thrilling for us as theater artists. And, you know, the idea of these people from around the world coming to experience theater in our city, it would be unbelievable. I do think artists and actors from around the country would come back to Chicago to be a part of that. You know,
too.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I appreciate it. Maybe we'll see a Cubs game while you're here.
I'll be going during the day.
That wouldn't be twisting your arm too
No,
much, right?
no, we will go.
Thanks, man, so much.
You bet.